Previously, we've talked about this little brown diary, which I bought on eBay, and the description said it was in Danish. So I contacted my Danish friend, and I've got an update on what they said about this little diary. Here we have the description of it. Antique 1936 journal, written in Danish. There's the illustrations here, which we can see here with the inscription. And there's a little newspaper article in the back of it. So I contacted my friend who is Danish, and I'm going to show you what they said. So I sent them the front page of the diary and said, "Hello, I've bought this small Danish diary which this person wrote on from 1936 to 1942. Are you able to tell me what it says?" And she said to me, "Oh, that's a bit difficult, mostly because of the cursive writing. I'm not sure I can detect what it says." And she said, "Is it okay if I forward it to a friend?" And I said, "Well, if you could, that'd be great. But I'm saying the top word looks like it says Hermineke. Is that a name? Because I could see on this picture that I sent her, 7th of September 1936, it talks about this Hermineke. And on the front page of it, it also says, looks like Hermineke. And then whatever this is, I can't read. And then something else, and then Hermine. So I had no idea." After I sent the next page, the first page of the actual diary, came back and said they'd looked at it and they think it could be German. And so then I had to ask a German speaker, right? But she also said, "Oh, it could be Dutch." So I then WhatsApped my German friend. And I sent my German friend just a question, just asking about if it is German, because my Danish friend thinks it's German. I sent her the front page. I sent her the first page of it. And my friend said, "Oh, it's difficult to read. It could be a Northern German dialect or perhaps Dutch." But she did say, "I think the first page says Hermineke's first years of life, then possibly from her godmother, Hermine." So then I needed to ask my Dutch friend. But my German friend said, the 7th of September 1936 says that Hermineke was born in Den Haag, hence Dutch, and that is the Hague, right? So it really now looks like it's Dutch. So I messaged my Dutch friend. I said to him, "I bought a little diary. I thought it was Danish. My Danish friend told me it was German. I sent it to my German friend. They said it looked like Dutch. Can you tell me if it's Dutch, please?" And I sent him the first 2 pages. Completely straight off, he said, "Yes, it's definitely Dutch. I'll translate it for you later." Right, so that was exciting. So we've not gone Danish, we've gone Dutch. And I only sent him just the start. And he said that Hermineke's, the name of the girl, first years seen through the eyes of her grandmother, Hermine. And so I'm asking him, is it the 7th of September 1936? Is it grandmother, not godmother? Because my German friend said it was godmother. And he's unequivocally, look, obviously Dutch speaker, no, it's grandmother. And he says, the child is called after her. The godmother would be, my Dutch pronunciation, I have no idea, would be Petante, who knows. And then I've asked him, what does the K mean after Hermione? And I'm asking him about it. And he's telling me that this person who's being written about was born on the 7th of September in The Hague in a clinic called Frankenslag. Also, the whole country and Dutch colonies were delighted because Princess, who was later Queen Juliana, announced her engagement, right? So there's kind of like a bit of Dutch news here. And then he's telling me that K is about making something smaller or sweeter. So I guess it's like junior or it's not quite like that, but it means smaller. It's a Dutch thing that people often use. It like means it makes something sweet. My friend says it's not an official name. So in her birth certificate, she's called Hermine. But helpfully for me, I'm saying Hermione, but it's not, because he says phonetically, for me, it would be Hermine. Okay, so it's Hermine. A person called Hermine wrote this diary about the first years of their granddaughter, also called Hermine. That's where we're at with it. I'm going to go on a bit of an exploration of this diary, find out some more about Hermine. And the first thing I want to know is, am I going to be able to find a birth certificate for her in The Hague? I've just no idea, right? I don't know anything about Dutch records at all. I have researched Dutch records from way older than this because I have an ancestor who was Dutch and lived there. So I know stuff about the older records, but more recent birth certificates, can I find anything out? Right, so let's have a little look here. I'm just going to go to Google. I'm just going to say Dutch birth records, The Hague. Let's have a look. This is the website for The Hague for birth certificates. Right, what does it say? A birth certificate provides written proof. Okay, you can request a copy of the certificate in Dutch or as a multiple language international extract. You request this in the municipality where you were born, right? Okay. Fee is €15. 15. Time of birth is on it. You can request a copy or extract for someone else. Read more about this. Request a civil status document for someone else. Okay, was the birth certificate drawn up more than 100 years ago? No, because we're in 1936. So I think it's this one. Request a civil status document for someone else. Okay, here's the conditions, right. Would you like to request a copy or extract of a document for someone else? This is possible only if you are the child or grandchild or the parent or grandparent, not a brother or sister, are a beneficiary, are the spouse or registered partner, are the legal representative, need the document for legal procedure, need the document to get married or enter into a registered partnership, have written consent, authorization, oh dear. Right. So I can't do this. It's not like the UK where you can just order birth certificates if you know the date of birth. So what shall I do? Something to think about. But whatever the case is, Hermine, we're going to find out who you are. One way or another, we're going to bring this little book out of the past and into the present again. I'm going to post in a Dutch genealogy group because I'm hoping someone from The Hague, I really want it to be someone from The Hague who can help me translate this and maybe help me find out about Hermine. So let's see what happens. Alright, there's a group here. Okay, connect with others who are researching Dutch ancestors. They're talking about the Dutch genealogy group. It says here, if you have pictures of documents that you require to be translated or uploading documents that require translation, that is fine. Okay, so let's join this group. Your membership is pending approval. Make sure you answer question properly and agree with the Dutch groups. Okay, so the question is, what is your connection to Dutch genealogy? What shall I say here? An ancestor was from the Netherlands, which is true. I also have a Second World War diary of someone I am not related to that I would like to find more about. Okay, group rules. I agree to the group rules, that's fine. All posts must be in English, so this is for... Okay, so I'll be able to understand everything. So it says admins have received my answer, so let's just see when I get access to this group, it'll tell me on Facebook and I'll find out some more.